My name is Amber Reed, R-E-I-D, birthday 12/27/90. I'm turning 32, but like I'm almost positive my like mental age, like my brain is stuck at 17. I'm actually starving, so okay, yes, I troll. Whatever, Trollin has entered the chat. I'm totally fine with a clickbait title because you guys know I love me a clickbait title. You're not paying attention to your health, you don't care about your health, you don't care about your body, you want to die, you could have ate healthy, you chose not to, do you really need to go on vacation, you need to buy health insurance instead. I just don't want to hear it.
No one cares!
Hey guys, Grüße aus Deutschland, greetings from Germany. While Amber is hardly posting and Chantal is spinning in circles like a moron, I finally got around to looking at the list of videos that you guys would like for me to react to. One of them is Michael B. Petty reacting to Amber completely neglecting Twinkie by her being in pain, and Amber just casually going out to eat and shopping and all of that. And the other one is Michael B. Petty reacting to Antphrodite's tarot card reading. So I'm going to put both of them in this video, and it's not going to be a common thing that I react to Michael B. Petty, and I'll tell you why. When I was first suggested or recommended videos by Amber Lynn Reed, he was the reaction channel that I watched. In the beginning, I found him so rude, and I thought, what is he doing? She already weighs 600 pounds and is extremely unattractive from the inside out. What is he doing? Like being so petty about what she's portraying on her channel. And then I slowly got the picture. I understood the reason, and I became such a fan of him. And I watched every one of his what were they called at the time? Ice water mukbangs or something like that. And when he started with his green screen, it was just hilarious. And I think he's just dead on concerning what he says about her. And so I'm really happy that these two videos were recommended for me to react to. And so let's just do that right away. I'm not going to react to everything. I might cut out some because otherwise we're gonna be over 1.5 hours, and I know some of you told me that they enjoy my longer videos because they just let them run in the background, and it's so much easier when you have a longer video. You don't have to look for something else to watch, but I'm trying to keep them under 1.5 hours. And so let's see what Michael said. Okay, and just to make sure that I'm not going to forget to say it, I really miss Michael B. Petty. I wished he would come back, but I'm not the first and the last to say this, and so if he feels like coming back, I assume he will, but I miss him a lot.
Hey guys, so welcome to
Vlogmas 2019.
Vlogmas
Hey,
Day at
Amber.
9. I'm pretty sure that's the number we are on.
It's amazing. That's all she has to remember, but okay.
So today has been kind of a hard morning at the beginning because I noticed Twinkie was acting different last night, and it was just like little tiny things. Like usually when I come home, she'll like jump on me. She likes to jump on the couch and jump onto our bed and stuff like that. And I realized she wasn't doing those things.
Okay.
And what got me really worried is you guys know how my bed is on the floor. Twinkie.
Yeah, it was Pillow Mountain. It was just mattresses on the floor because apparently she had broken every bed frame, and so yeah. And she also said later on she admitted to sleeping sitting up.
Wouldn't even jump on that. She went up it
That's not good. That's not good at all.
like super slow, and then once she got on the bed, she couldn't really walk.
It's probably her nails. It's probably the nails that you never trim.
I thought at the time it was her age. You know, she's getting up there in age.
And I literally sat there bawling my eyes out because she was in so much pain that she was shaking. So
Oh my god, that poor doggy.
we don't really have like any 24-hour vet places, which is kind of dumb in my opinion because you never
Well, she hadn't researched it.
know what's going to happen at freaking 3 a.m. So tomorrow, since it's Monday, I need to call a vet, and it's like an emergency because Twinkie's in horrible pain. I don't know.
So she would wait until the next day. And look how she keeps staring at herself at the viewfinder and doesn't care how large she is. It was all about food, even back then, 5 years ago, and it's the same now. And yeah, so Twinkie is in pain and she doesn't care.
If it's like her joints, I don't know if she, like, while we weren't home, she like jumped off the couch wrong or like
So at 3 in the morning, what's today? Monday?
anything could be happening. And I'm like terrified because like seeing her in pain.
She used this just like she does her father being in critical condition in the hospital, you know. Just not caring, just using it to get sympathy from our viewers and not doing anything about it.
I've cried too much about it, but I'm just like really worried, and I hope there's something that the vet could say to make me feel better. Like,
What to make you feel better? Your dog is hurting, dog. Like, who cares about you and your feelings?
It's exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Your dog sounds like she's in excruciating pain. I almost said excruciating. That's how much I've been watching this girl. She sounds like she's in excruciating pain. Like, I'd be more focused on making sure my dog was okay, not
Yeah, same here.
how my feelings are.
oh, this, you know, is normal, or oh, this is gonna pass, you know. So I'm just like really worried about that. You guys probably are like, oh my god, why aren't you wearing makeup? Because like I've been
Instantly into herself, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, like she is a narcissist through and through. Like immediately after this whole entire sob story, that entire sob story was just to make you feel bad for her. That's really what that was about.
Exactly, because if she actually cared about Twinkie, she would have made a video about, or maybe a short clip like, okay, Twinkie's in pain, and then another clip, we're at the vet's now, Twinkie's being seen today, and then, I don't know, then later on, well, I'm getting ahead of myself here because I know what's going to happen in this video, and you know, showing that maybe they went out for dinner afterwards, or to Walmart to get her some treats to make her feel better or whatever. But no, this is just her wanting to whine about how mean life is being to her, that her dog is in pain.
crying
And no 24/7 vets in Kentucky. Like, isn't Kentucky like one of the like largest? I think it's like the top country. Isn't Kentucky one of the top states in America that has tons of horses and like animal livestock and stuff like that? So like you would think that there would be a shit ton of vets even in the most rural parts of Kentucky. I find it very hard to believe that there's not a 24/7 vet. I don't know. This is a girl who drove 3 hours at 4 in the morning to go to Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
There and back. Like,
Yeah.
And you're telling me you can't drive a couple hours with your little dog to get her the proper medical attention that she deserves?
Yeah.
and I don't want to wear makeup.
All
and I
right,
just breathe,
sis.
just a lot. So, and Dana and Destiny are still here. Hello.
That's why they're not going. That's why you haven't... Because Dana and Destiny are there, and that's where your attention is.
Yeah.
Surprise.
So, yeah, I'm not really sure what we're going to be doing today. I'm not really sure how.
Of course, they
Vlogmas
don't
is
care
gonna
either
go
because they don't
today,
care about their
but
animals either.
No.
I don't know. I'd feel a type
we're
of way.
at Walmart because I had to get
Oh,
medicine.
we're at Walmart, so we can go to Walmart. Are you really going to sit here and tell me that there is not a 24/7 vet? And I can't. But we're going to go to Walmart. Our poor dog was sick, and she can't even walk, and she can't even get on the bed, but we're going to go to Walmart.
Yeah, because we only care about ourselves. That is the biggest problem. And see, her being like that would be bad enough. But putting it on her channel, thinking it's good content, you know, it's like her being out and about and showing her viewers things that is just so ridiculous. She didn't get it at the time. And here's the thing, I wouldn't put it past her to do the same thing over again, only with her mom taking her to, somewhere and her filming. But she does not care about anything or anybody at all. And she's not concerned at all. See, this is This is somebody that almost cried talking about how much pain Twinkie is in. And now she's sitting there on a scooter at Walmart, even though we had been telling her not to use scooters anymore because she's exceeding the maximum weight allowed on them. And yeah, it's like nobody ever said anything, and like it's not completely shocking that she's not taking care of her pet.
I don't know. I wouldn't leave my dog's side. That's just me. I wouldn't leave my cat's side. There's few things on this earth or whatever that like trump anything, and they trump everything and everyone. If something is wrong with them, I will figure it the fuck out. I will drive to another state if I need to.
Same here, but not Amber.
I mean, you drive more for orange chicken. I can't, dude.
Yeah.
He's always behind me by pure coincidence.
Pure coincidence. Yeah, Becky's probably behind her to make sure that she can leave as soon as Amber's done, and she's looking at freaking pillows now.
No, because she has to follow behind you.
And I found some Christmas pillows.
Because this is all for you.
Look,
It's all about you.
living. And I was thinking
I can't believe she really wanted people to feel bad for her for the Twinkie thing, and then immediately
Exactly.
is out here shopping in her cart.
Aesthetic. Ooh, let me smell it. What's that one called?
You seem so worried.
It's bergamot, cedar, and
So worried. You wanted to feel so much better.
What I also found disgusting at the time, because I was reacting to that video too, is that she hadn't even taken a shower. She has visitors over, she has friends over at her house, and she doesn't even care about smelling like that. But we know from later videos that she said that she wouldn't take showers for months on end and just bathe and have Beck bring a container with soapy water and do her best, is what she called it. And so friends came over and she stank.
Smells good too. It smells clean.
Dude.
And look at that old bra.
Dude,
She likes clean.
I'm surprised she didn't try to do one of those cutesy nicknames that she thinks is like flattering to her. How about neglectful Lynn or
Yeah.
animal abuser Lynn? How about those?
This one, you guys.
Yeah, because if the shoe fits, she definitely has to wear it.
Definitely father.
How about priority Lynn?
Oh wow. Yeah,
Gotta
that's
go
cool.
to fucking Walmart with Dana and
You guys-
Destiny and Becky so we can smell
Oh my god. I think I'm gonna
candles and get
What is
more
this?
Christmas pillows that we don't need.
Yeah, and how dense do you have to be to show this in a vlog? Like, oh, my doggy's in pain and she can barely walk anymore. And then in the same clip, like seconds later, you show yourself holding decorative items into the camera and feeling like the audience should be happy with that. Unbelievable.
God forbid we helped our
Oh,
dog.
no.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get it. And I'm also gonna get Twinkie some treats, some joint pain treats or whatever that helps with her joints. I don't even know. Oh, there they are. So I decided not to get the
Oh, that's how
pillows,
we...
but this is what I was talking about. It's hip and joints, peanut butter flavor.
Those aren't going to help your dog. Okay, you need to take your dog to the vet.
Exactly.
Of course,
Helps with
Amber's
her
solution
hips
is
and joints,
food.
I
Of
guess.
course.
Yeah. See, he always called it the way I have it in my head. Like a whole bunch of you have told me that I always say what you think at the moment Amber does something, like in recent vlogs. And this is what I felt like when I watched Michael B. Petty's videos.
It helps
Why am I not
support
surprised?
them.
But I always did my reaction first so that I never watched a reaction channel and then did my own reaction. I always wanted to have a fresh perspective. And so it was so funny when I did my reaction and then I let it upload. And then I watched his and he basically said the same things.
Why am I not surprised in the slightest?
Oh, what is that?
It says it's liquid and it's pot roast flavor. It says easier than pills or chews, helps relieve occasional stiffness, guaranteed in 2 weeks, save money at the vet.
In 2 weeks. You have
But I
2
feel
weeks.
like
Can you put it in their water?
You were talking about needing to go to the emergency
See, the
vet.
thing is, I don't know if it's her joints. I don't know if it's her hips.
Exactly, that's why you should have taken her to the vet right away.
I'm trying to like slowly massage them and see like.
And then wait until you go to the vet.
Yeah. I'm worried though. Like I can't. I felt so bad leaving her.
She's worried though. She's sitting on a scooter at Walmart. They don't seem to be in a hurry at all. But she's worried, okay?
Oh, but we're going to go out to eat now, too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, that was the time when Beck was heavily medicated.
guys
Look
look
at the people
unamused
around there
alike.
like, look at these fucking people. I can't.
Yeah, the ones in the background turning around, looking at her, the blonde lady there, and him.
Yeah.
Where are they at?
Restaurant, Chili's. How'd you
They're
like?
at Chili's. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do something I never do.
And I'm glad he did, because I didn't think to do that, because I actually thought that Amber couldn't possibly be lying about this. I don't know why, though.
Let's see. Chili's. No. 24/7 vet in Somerset, Kentucky. Okay. This seems promising. The hours, okay. Oh, we need to go to like the website. So about us, locations and hours. Hours of operation, blah, blah, blah. After hours emergencies. During office hours, call the regular clinic and be prepared to dial extension number 30. After hours, the on-call emergency veterinarian can be reached. After hours emergency fees will apply if your pet must be seen. So it seems to me like it's possible to get your pet into a vet after hours.
Yeah, and see, it's again like what I said in one of the last videos. Nobody's asking Amber to lie about this shit. She didn't have to say that there's no vet open. That was a clear lie because she hadn't researched it. So why say it? Why not research it first? And she's that dense. She just turns on the camera and says what's on her mind. She's not the sharpest tool in the shed, and so she just willy-nilly says things that when you research them turn out to be wrong.
Now let's see. We're gonna put this in directions. Let's see where the Chili's is. Chili's, Somerset, Kentucky. So, the Chili's is a 6-minute drive to the hospital.
A 6-minute drive to the hospital.
Dude, I can't. The things that take priorities in this woman's life are astounding to me. I'm not going to buy this whole we're worried sick, we'll go beyond, I'm the best firm. Oh, it's even on the same fucking road. Shocker. I'm not, you know what? I don't know why I'm surprised.
I feel the same way. I mean, I felt the same way at the time when I watched this.
Can't even take care of your animals right.
Like the chips and salsa.
And you can't even blame Beck because Beck was heavily medicated. I mean, she admitted it later that she doesn't even remember a whole year. And I believe she mentioned that it was 2019.
Yeah, we ate them. Ate them real good. I got Cajun shrimp pasta. Woo! What? Oh, okay. Here's a cheese curd. Yum.
So when we went to Walmart earlier, I did get 2 things besides Twinkies. I don't want to say the word because then she'll be like, oh, and I want to give it to her later.
You suck.
But,
you suck so much.
Yeah, she does.
I don't know if you guys remember, but I have this really cute Disney princess like mug, but I use it as a bowl for like chili or whatever. If you guys ever go into Walmart, look in the like gift aisle. It's kind of near like the
I
part.
just think it's so weird that like she was just talking about how sick her dog was, and we're sitting here talking about mugs.
Yeah, that's how dumb she is. That's how, where her priorities are. Just getting content, but not thinking about what a horror of a human being she is.
From Walmart. Like, am I the only one that's kind of like flabbergasted by this?
Nope, you never were, Michael.
Party stuff.
It just
and,
seems so weird. It
like,
doesn't
the
make sense to
birthday
me.
cards and the stuff like that. Like, it's hard to explain. But I got Cheshire.
You sit here goofing with your friends
Oh
when
my
you're talking
God.
about how you were thinking of needing
I'm
to take
so
your
bad at pronouncing
pet
that,
to an
but
emergency
from Alice in Wonderland,
vet.
which I thought was super cute. And then I got Minnie Mouse, which I love.
Her
She's so,
ability to
aesthetically
disassociate is
love.
amazing to
So
me.
Yeah, he's got that one right.
I actually use these like more than I even use regular bowls. Like,
Yeah, because she stuffs them full to the brim with ramen or mashed potatoes. She even filmed herself eating out of those.
Okay, thanks, ma'am.
It would have been quicker, but they had to show me everything in it too.
Say bye.
Bye.
Have a safe ride home. Okay, so yeah, I use these
Destiny
for, like,
and
soups,
Dana
chilies,
take
pretty
priority
much
over
anything,
helping your
honestly,
sick animal.
You can drink out of them. So these are like my
Yeah, they're mugs. They're meant for drinking out of. Surprise.
Yeah, she eats out of them though.
It's shocker.
go-to, perfect size, and I love them. This is actually the newest addition to our Christmas decor.
Horrible. I find that so little attractive.
Remember these tree fillers? We didn't need them, so Ricky put them up there. Actually, I think it looks really cute,
So cold.
especially in person.
Metallic. Gosh, those hands.
This one we need to fix though. It looks like it's falling.
Ooh, that finger.
So I have
I know. No more the back of her hand. It's painful for me to look at.
I've been seeing a lot of comments talking about like, why am I on antibiotics still? It's not good for her to be on antibiotics, and how I'm going to build an immunity to it. So on top of that,
I mean, she would need to take like way more antibiotics more frequently in order for that to happen. So like the people that are like telling her that are a little bit much.
No, I disagree with that because as often as she mentioned being on antibiotics, I think her immune system would grow immune to them.
I have been talking to a subscriber who, for some reason, made me feel comfortable enough to like open up to her about like what's been going on.
It's probably Bye Bye Belly. I'd put money down. It's Bye Bye Belly.
I don't know who that is. Never heard of that name.
And she thinks that I should tell my audience because people are kind of freaking out, which I understand. You know, it's not as bad as what it was, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of just
Yeah, so because you click, oh my god, dude, you like made your audience think that you were dying. Like you acted as if you were dying in the vlogs too.
Yeah, she always does. And always the viewfinder. Look at how she's checking herself out in the viewfinder, even back then.
And then you never talked about it. You never gave any kind of clarification.
Yeah, or any update, any, following up on what she told us.
explain the best that I can the whole situation and everything that kind of happened. So I was out in the living room and I was just hanging out with Eric, Ricky, and Becky. At that point in time, I actually sat on a mattress in the floor. We would bring it out there whenever we were out there like hanging out. I don't have to do that anymore because my legs don't bother me like they used to, which I'm very grateful for. And I remember Ricky saying something like, oh my god, it's so cold out here. And I was like, no, it's not. I was like, it's kind of hot, to be honest. So I remember that point pivotally because it has a lot to kind of do with like the next part.
She's like a child when they're like lying to you and they're trying to like explain something. They over explain. Just get to the point. Like, gosh.
Up to this day, she's still the same.
So it was probably an hour later and I started getting really cold. And our hardwood floors get cold and my legs were on the hardwood floors because I was sitting on the end of the mattress. So that's why I blamed it on. And I was like, Becky, can you get me a blanket? So she got
Get up and get yourself a blanket.
Exactly.
me a blanket and it wasn't working. So long story short, I was not only shivering on the outside, but I was shivering on the inside. I'm sure a lot of you kind of know what I'm talking about.
No.
That's usually when you're like, oh my god.
We don't. There's no such thing. We don't know.
A fever is starting. So I came into the bedroom and I put 3 super thick blankets on top of me and I was still super cold. And I was continuously checking my temperature. First thing I thought was, okay, I have the flu. This is exactly what's going on. I did a lot of research online and it said very, very, very matter-of-factly that if your temperature goes above 102.7, a good...
Usually just 103, but okay. Make it... She loves those, like, points. Like,
Decimals, yeah.
she loves, like, 572.4 and 586.3. Like, she loves those.
idea is to go to the ER. But I was like...
She's not a fan of whole
'cause I
numbers.
feel like
We don't stand whole numbers on this
102.7 is, like,
channel.
pretty common when it comes to a fever. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. It's probably just a flu that I'll let pass. So as time went on, it kept creeping up. Eventually it got to 103.1. When you're as big as me, you need to be very, very careful with fevers or just like any sort of sickness at all because you never know what could end your life. And I know that sounds so dramatic, but when I did...
I mean, if that was the case and you were really concerned and that was an actuality for you, then wouldn't you have done something about this a long time ago?
Exactly.
Like, if being this size is so detrimental to your health, which it is, wouldn't you have fixed this or tried to fix this a while ago instead of, like, continuing on this path and, like, not taking showers and stuff like that? Like, wouldn't that be a thing?
Yeah, exactly. And also, that was around the time when she went to the doctor and she was told that number one, her blood pressure is elevated, she has sleep apnea, and she's losing blood circulation in her leg. That didn't keep her from continuing the old ways.
Just
Did go to the
throwing
ER
that out
because I
there.
did end up going, as you guys know. When I did go to the ER, the guy said, "I'm very
Yeah,
glad
we
you
know.
came
You
here,"
clickbaited it
'cause that's like a
twice.
super high fever. So they took my pee, I did blood testing, swab my nose, did all those things. And we were just like waiting. Turns out, which keep watching because the story goes on a little bit longer. He came
I'm only doing this for Michael B. Petty.
back and he
Not for him, but for the people that requested that I do this. But this is really painful to watch because she was getting on my last nerve with her never-ending stories about stuff that could be easily fixed.
said there was a lot of bacteria in my blood, there was a lot of bacteria in my pee, but what scared me the most is he said there was a lot of white cells, like my white cell count was super high. So
Right, because you have an infection.
Yeah, which she probably frequently had and ignored.
that freaked me out. No one wants to hear that. So he said, you have a horrible, he made it seem kind of scary. But he said, I have a horrible bladder infection.
I said that. I said she probably has a bladder infection that may have moved into a kidney infection.
So he prescribed me antibiotics. And I thought, okay, well, I guess that's it. So as you guys know, I went home, but then I woke up and went back to the ER. So what happened was, let's do another little
I can already tell she's going to lie right now because she did this whole thing and she throws her head back and it's like, oh, you're about to lie. All right, here we go. What's this lie going to be?
flashback.
Yeah, and it would be so much more fun to watch if she was actually intelligent enough to lie to her audience, but she is not.
Here. It was probably upmost to 2 months now. Dana and Destiny were sleeping over, and the mattress was in the living room because I was out there and I had to sit on it while we were hanging out. I know it's pathetic. And we were
I still don't know the reason for that, though. Later on, she said that she had towels under her because she was bleeding profusely, and that's why she didn't want to sit on the couch anymore, but on the mattress on the floor. I don't get it.
all about to go to bed. And we were all up and cleaning, and
Yeah,
Yeah, we were all up and cleaning,
all right, girl. You just asked your girlfriend in the story before to get up to get you a blanket.
Yeah.
You weren't up and cleaning. Don't do this.
walked past the mattress, and I don't know how, but my baby toenail,
Probably because you're super, the way you walk. That's probably why.
like I said, I don't want to share any of this, but I feel like I kind of have to. I'm tired of people worrying. So my baby
Tired of people worrying. That's what she lives for on this channel.
toenail hooked on to the mattress and bent backwards, if you will. I started freaking out. I was gushing blood. I was so scared. Becky almost passed out at one point because one, she doesn't do toes. How it looked was
I wouldn't do your toes either.
Me either.
disgusting. Blood everywhere. My actual pinky toe was crooked. It was honestly super scary. But thankfully, Destiny was
That's what happens when your fupa and your gunt is so big that you can't even see your feet anymore when you're walking.
I'll fix that for you. So
Good old Destiny to the rescue.
it was a whole thing. Okay. She did the best she
Probably
could.
not.
I was,
You're probably being a
crying
drama
because,
queen. And
Yeah, I agree with Michael.
it probably didn't even happen.
So my whole toenail came off.
Most likely not.
Hi, nice to meet you. And I did everything I could to keep it clean. Band-aid, da-da-da. I did everything. I did a lot of research. This is a very common thing because it happened when I was younger, but on my other foot, and it was a completely different toe, but the nail grew back so wonky.
She's full of shit. But you know what? Looking back at it now, this was 5 years ago, that was the time when she made the most money on her channel. Over 10,000 US dollars before tax a month, with bullshit stories like that.
So I was taking care of it. I was okay, everything's fine. The thing is, no matter how much you clean something, you could still get bacteria in it. It can cause infections, no matter what. Even though I did everything I could, something bad could still happen. So flash forward about a month after that, which
She means fast forward, that idiot.
was where I'm getting to next. So I went to the ER, had a horrible bladder infection. Okay, simple enough. I woke up the next day and my whole bottom of my leg was super red, hot.
Cellulitis.
And I knew exactly what it was. I knew exactly what it was right off the bat. Cellulitis.
Yep.
And I put everything, 2 and 2 together, because I've had cellulitis before. I've had it twice. I was in high school both times. I put 2 and 2 together, and...
Is that the reason? I never understood that, but is that the reason why one of her legs is like twice as big as the other, or almost?
I was like, I have to go back. Because the shivering, the fever, it wasn't because of my bladder infection. That was a coincidence. It was because I had cellulitis, and it was growing. And I didn't realize that at the time until the next morning when I woke up. So that scared me because last time I had cellulitis, like I said, was in high school.
I think the reason she's telling us this story is because in a couple vlogs ago, she said she went to the ER and she wasn't sick. So she was probably getting a lot of shit for that. If you know you're prone to cellulitis like that, and I mean, a lot of people, different kinds of people can get cellulitis from many different things, but like from stubbing your toe, that's not really that common. Like people don't get cellulitis from stubbing their toe. The issue is that she has horrible lymphedema in her leg, so her body isn't able to like get fluids and everything down there like it's supposed to. It can't drain fluid properly, so it can't heal things like that in a correct manner.
No, and also the way she was eating at the time, I mean, she's still eating the same way. She's not getting any nutrition, and she's not drinking enough because she was basically bedbound. That's that era when she's sitting on Pillow Mountain. And she even admitted it once, at least once, that she doesn't drink much because she doesn't want to get up to go to the bathroom. She's lazy like that. It takes some dedication to be on a path of self-destruction, to jump through all these hoops, to continue being unhealthy.
But that's her doing. That's all her fault. And I don't know, dude. Like,
School, and I had to get
I feel like this is a really long, drawn-out story,
now,
too.
I'm older now. I'm more unhealthy now. So I couldn't mess around with that. So I ended up going back to the ER, and I showed them, and they said, yeah, you do have cellulitis. So it turns out that when my toenail got yanked off, somehow, I don't know how, because like I said, I took care of it, and Becky eventually started.
But you haven't been taking care of your body in general, so that's how. That's how this happened, is because you don't take care of your body in general. You allow things to just keep building up and getting worse and getting worse.
Yeah, it's just like she doesn't care about her blood pressure, not even today, not 5 years later. Not about her blood pressure, otherwise she would try to lose weight, or about her sleep apnea, or she would get a CPAP machine, or get her legs wrapped, for the lymphedema that she frequently complains about but never does anything about it. And just like her mental health, she's not on any medication because she just doesn't care.
So now when things happen to you, it happens fast. Life happens fast.
I got a bacteria in it. And the thing is, cellulitis...
Becky was helping you more?
This does not only affect obese people. I know a lot of people think that, which means that you don't have the knowledge of people.
But you've gotten it like 3 times now, and you were getting it when you were younger, and you've been morbidly obese since you were like 13. So like, obviously this has a lot to do with your size.
Exactly, and she's always trying to talk her way out of it.
A lot. Because most people don't stub their toe and get cellulitis in their whole ass leg. But girl, how are you getting bladder infection? You're not cleaning right?
With cellulitis, like you don't know.
I mean, I know women
yes,
get them,
a lot
but
of
like
morbidly obese people do get cellulitis, but so do skinny people. Like a lot of skinny people, and it is when
like just how like fat people can get cancer and so can skinny people. But like the reason why yours progresses so quickly over the most tiniest thing, like a stubbed toe, is because you have wrecked your lower body with the lymphedema.
Bacteria goes into your skin. It is a skin infection that can go...
The TED Talks from that woman, I know.
Go inside of your blood and become a blood infection. I wanted to get it before it reached my blood because that's when it can become life-threatening. Long story short, the ER...
This was the short version of this story?
Yeah.
Told me to continue taking the antibiotics because it not only will help with my cellulitis, but it will also help with my bladder infection. So I was like, oh, cool, I'm taking antibiotics for 2 things. We can kill 2 things at once. And it turns out the antibiotics did help with my cellulitis. But I could tell that my bladder infection was not going away. And so that's why...
And look how sickly she looks, the discoloration around her eyes.
Schedule the doctor appointment.
Oh, so she wasn't scheduling the doctor's appointment because she was like taking her health seriously and she wanted to like get on track and start. It was because she's had a couple life scares, and so now she's like really scared, you know, and so she had to see a doctor.
And they made me do another pee test, and I still have the bladder infection, and it's really.
Is it normal for like women to like have a bladder infection that consists and persists through antibiotic treatment? Like, I feel like that's a little much.
Yeah, I've never had that before, but then again, I don't weigh 600 pounds. You know, I've had one in my life. I took antibiotics and it went away.
Really bad, and I'm not sure what's causing it because TMI, I take care of Yandi. Oh my god, like
Ew,
I said,
that's what we call it, Yandi?
because people will use these things against me, and it's very TMI. And
People aren't going to use it against you. It's just it's been predicted. Like, people have been saying you're going to start encountering things like this for 4 or 5 years, and you never wanted to listen.
I just know that a lot of girls suffer from it. A lot of people that I know, like, I'm not saying like Becky or whatever, but I'm just saying like girls suffer with that. Like, I know guys get it too, but it's like super common. But mine isn't going away.
Yeah, but there are things that happen to her as a 600-pounder that could completely take her out, and that is not the case with skinny or healthy people.
And it's like freaking me out. So
And yet, she didn't do much to lose weight. She lost some weight, but not much, and then she gained it all back.
my doctor put me on a stronger antibiotic that I've never taken before. So do I like being on antibiotics? No. Does it freak me out? Yes. But I'm hoping that this will be.
I mean, the fact that you have bladder infections that are persisting through antibiotics would be more of, like, crazy to me than having to take antibiotics,
Yeah, exactly.
in my opinion.
The final straw. Like, this is the second time I've had one. I don't know what's causing it. Like, there's so many different reasons. But yeah, that's what it is.
Hygiene,
I was
probably.
terrified about this
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
cellulitis, the bladder infection. Like, it wasn't really that big of a deal to me, even though that's also scary because it can travel to your kidneys. Like, it is a whole thing. But I was more.
And then keep in mind, this is when, you know, later on she said that during that time she was profusely bleeding every single day. She said she was bleeding for 2 years. And so she's sitting in her own filth day after day, you know, on that pillow mountain, not barely getting up to do anything.
So like mad at myself because I felt like I didn't take care of my toe well enough because that's where the bacteria like got it.
Girl, it's more than you needed to take care of your toe. It's a whole body thing. Your immune system is stressed to the max because
Exactly, and it still is up to this day.
of what you've done to it.
Into, and that's how I got cellulitis, and that's usually just how it works because it can go like inside.
I mean,
of the,
that's why your like cuts and stuff don't heal either, because your body is already stressed out. Oops, I muted it.
like you can get cellulitis from that, even if you're 100 pounds. It doesn't even matter. And
I hate when like, what does this have? Like, she has. It's interesting. Like, her and Chantel do this too. Like, they have to make this like a thing. Like, well, you skinny people it can happen to skinny people too. We all know that. We are not aware of that. But the fact that you are 600 pounds means that you are more predisposed to getting things like this.
Exactly.
Your chances of getting infections and then persisting and not clearing up is a lot higher because of your size, not because you're overweight, because you are morbidly obese.
I was ashamed because I know exactly what people would say.
Well, but she had been and still is exploiting these things on her channel. It's the same problem only 5 years ago. If she could keep her mouth shut, if she didn't try to exploit and clickbait everything just for views, she wouldn't have to keep making these remarks, and people wouldn't try to call her out on things.
And I know it's going to be down in the comments. I know exactly what the comments are going to say. But I just feel like I should be open with you guys.
I know. That's why you're putting these disclaimers about how skinny people can get sick too. Yeah, we know that. A lot of people are skinny and we know they get sick too.
And that's...
But you stubbing your toe and getting a whole ass infection from it is pretty not that common. It's pretty uncommon.
what I'm going through. And we can all just hope the antibiotics help with my bladder infection and that it doesn't.
And you've gotten it, like, this is your third time getting cellulitis.
Right now. Like, we really don't. That's just it right there. So just keep me in your thoughts.
No,
please.
no.
I figured we can do comment of the day now. And then
what happened to your dog?
I'm not going to react to the part where she does comment of the day. She does several comments in a row. And here's Michael via the green screen in front of the pillow mountain that Amber was spending her days on back in 2019. So I'm going to move on to the card reading video.
I have been getting inundated, like absolutely inundated with so many DMs, so many tags on Twitter, on Instagram of people telling me that I need to watch this video of this guy named Antphrodite. I think that's how you say his name. People are telling me that he did a psychic tarot card reading of our girl Amberlynn Reed and that he was dead on and incredibly insightful.
I had never watched that before. I don't know why.
I haven't seen it yet. People want me to react to it, so I'm like, fuck it, let's just go ahead and do a react to it. So
Okay, and people asked me to react to it. I found the comment. It's the username is Choricaf3688. Wanted for me to react to it.
without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and get into the video. I'm going to link his channel, and I believe he's a Twitch streamer, so I'm going to link his Twitch channel, his Twitch address in the description box too, so if you want to watch the video over there too. So without further ado, let's get into it. So right away, I'm kind of already like obsessed with it because it seems like we have very similar color taste. Pink, blue, and purple are like my favorite colors. He's really into pink, so this should be really good.
Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic. So,
Pop culture psychic.
Pop culture psychic. Okay. So this was in September 2019.
today we're going to do a reading on Amberlynn Reed. I don't know particularly what she's known for. What I was
She's known for eating on camera. She's
And lying.
told from my channel on Twitch is that she is a weight loss channel that
Right.
is gaining weight apparently.
true.
And
That
Yeah.
is
they're all calling
true.
her a scammer. So
That
I don't
is also very
actually
true.
know too much. And to be honest with you, I don't really care.
I like
because
that.
I'm just gonna look at it myself with the cards.
Ooh.
I did want to say this. It's not possible for me to watch all of these people's content, so hopefully you guys understand when I say I'm not really super familiar with them. It's literally because I can't. Anyways, so we're gonna do Amberlynn.
Okay.
Only thing I know.
All right, I'm just going to go ahead and say this real quick. I'm going to probably skip a little bit of the intro to that just because he's kind of going on about how his channel works. I just want to get to the card reading. I need to...
I'm gonna cut out some parts. I'm not gonna react to the full thing, of course, because it's too long.
No, I need to know.
Is that everyone is calling her a scammer, and that apparently she
Cancer scam 2019.
is a
I
weight
mean,
loss
let me
Yeah, cancer scam. Was it 2019? I thought it was 2020.
clarify. I do believe that
Oh no, her mother.
Becky's mom does have cancer, but I just think the GoFundMe was sketchy as fuck.
It's gaining weight. So I don't know anything about this. We're going to go ahead and look at it. Maybe I can see what's going on. Remember that these are all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So let's go
Like
ahead and
Kathy
dive
Griffin,
in.
allegedly. Is that Sailor Moon?
Oh my god, right off the bat, a first pull devil.
Uh-oh.
How fitting.
He's really excited about this. I don't know what that means, but it must be good or bad or I don't know. Okay.
Can't. Okay, now, okay. All alleged for entertainment purposes only.
Okay.
Got that disclaimer out of the way, girl.
Okay.
I got it.
All
I
alleged
hear you.
for entertainment purposes only. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't sue me, whatever. But right off the bat, there are a few things that I have to describe with the devil card. So the devil card is manipulation, negativity, and that is a card that I pull when someone is actively trying to take advantage of a situation.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh shit.
Now
Damn, just like already from the jump, it's already like, yup, manipulation. That is like probably the biggest theme in Amberlynn's channel is
Yeah, it is.
just manipulation on all accounts and all facets of that word.
it is reversed, which means
And not only temporarily, but for years on end.
unfortunately this person is a puppet, so there is
So Becky's mom, sister, and Becky that is so eerily accurate. Oh, I'm like getting goosebumps kind of. And I don't even really believe in a lot of like this stuff, and this is already giving me like I can't. Oof. Ooh, I'm gonna have to sleep with the light on tonight. I can already tell.
A puppet master that is pulling a string. And the Nine of Swords is a lot of stress. And then we see the Knight of Pentacles, consistency, which means this has to happen consistently more than once.
Oh my God.
If it hasn't happened more than once, it will happen again. And the Knight of
This is
Pentacles
crazy.
is also money. So obviously you guys know.
Wow. Like already the two, I mean, I can't. Manipulation, money. If for someone who doesn't know much about her, I mean, I'm going to take his word as for face value. He says he doesn't know much about her. He doesn't research these people. That's crazy. Like that.
Well, he said he can't watch all of their content, but I'm pretty sure that Antphrodite had researched her a little, you know. And you get, like, if you're an empath, if you can read people's energies, you can tell that Amber is a very manipulative person.
That's such a crazy thing to
But not to take away from his card reading, though.
already key in on. And we're only 3 minutes into
so
the video.
Here's the person that is pulling the strings. It is a Queen of Swords.
A Queen of Swords.
The Queen of Swords is someone who is quite rude and sharp-tongued.
Yes.
Potentially
Yeah.
an Earth,
Yes.
potentially an air sign, but it's more like they have air qualities, which means they're communicative. They should have a sharp tongue,
Okay.
a smart mouth.
Yes.
Even if they're not intelligent, they're savvy, so they're able.
Wow, I was just gonna say, and again, I have not watched this, even though it's been 5 years, but I have not watched this. She's not very intelligent, but talks a lot, you know, and is trying to manipulate.
To kind of get their way. The Two of Swords is reversed, which means this person should have had a falling out with Amber before. She should have tried to.
Wow. Okay, so if you don't know this, I'm going to put a card up here for when I did my video talking about the Facebook post that Misty and Norma were putting on Facebook that I allegedly thought that they were about Amberlynn Reed. That's crazy. So, like, he's already keying in on the fact that these people had a falling out originally. I mean, Misty even says in one of her DMs to future Miss Becky Williams that they like her right now, which implied that they hadn't liked her before. So that's fucking crazy.
Separate with them before. The Tower card is a dramatic catastrophic event. It means that the relationship that is the foundation of the relationship with this person that is built is faulty and will crumble. This is a bunch of chaos.
Wow.
Tower. Ooh, I literally hit my keyboard. Tower is usually like fighting, chaos.
Wow. I can't, dude.
Like negativity, especially with the Devil card. So it's a relationship that started on the wrong foot, has always remained on the wrong foot. This would be
That's
something
crazy.
that sometimes is
Wow.
toxic or is like a negative thing. It's like a roller coaster, on again, off again. It's like just chaos. It's a connection that needs to be.
He can get all of this just from the cards? That's nuts. I'm fucking impressed.
Severed completely. They both need to go their separate ways. You know, sometimes when someone's in your life, they're worse than if they weren't. It's kind of like that. There needs to be healing done individually first before any sort of connection can actually be healed here. These two are kind of toxic for one another. I don't really know what this is. Hopefully some of the fans of Amber can help me out.
There's a lot of toxicity in the relationships that are in. Actually, I don't think there's a relationship in Amber Lynn's life that isn't toxic in some kind of way.
I absolutely agree, and that continued.
Like, I don't think there's really anyone in her life that, like, is good for her, if that makes sense. Everyone is trying to see, it seems to get something from her in some way, shape, or form. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it seemed to me like Hannah, Rafe, Destiny, and Dana, you know, they were aware of how toxic Amber is, but she was willing to throw money at them, and that's why they kept coming back, and Destiny even admitted to it. And at the time, Amber wouldn't, she didn't want to admit to it, but that is actually what happened, because people wouldn't have stuck around. Eric and Ricky wouldn't have continued to let her live in their house if it hadn't been for Amber's money.
It's fucking crazy.
Whatever. Anyways, I will also tell you the Devil card is a card that I pull for addictions or addictive personality.
Wow.
Already, addictions. I mean, food. Food is her addiction. That is her biggest kryptonite. It's her
And her shopping addiction and everything else that she's added to. And back then she was drinking back then. And so alcoholism and food addiction, shopping addiction, she gets addicted to anything that makes her feel good.
only safe place. Kit Kat said it best: is they hide behind food. That's fucking nuts.
So I know that she's a weight loss channel that apparently is gaining weight.
Yes.
Devil card here is it is representative of someone that maybe has like a negative, sort of relationship with food or whatever the case may be. Here I'm assuming
Very
it's food
negative.
because she's a weight loss channel, so you guys told me.
Extremely negative.
But if the devil card is reversed, I'm really going to be honest. My worry here is when the devil is reversed, and I don't want this to come across insensitive, and I'm just
Let it out, girl. Just let it.
Alleged
Tell us.
only.
Tell us.
But when it's reversed, it's like I make it seem bigger than it is. This would be like lighting gas, like putting.
So I can't, dude. So he's already keyed in on the gaslighting. I can't, dude. Dude, this is crazy. I'm gonna say that the motto of this video will be, "This is me saying this is crazy." She does that all the time. She's very good at that. She likes to make people feel bad for her, but in actuality, she really doesn't give a fuck. Like, this is fucking nuts.
Gas on a flame and making it higher. So my issue with the devil card being reversed is there are a lot of reasons why this exists. We know why it exists. Why is it still here? When it's reversed.
So true. I mean, we've been saying time and time again, why are you eating on camera? Why are you putting all of this on camera? Why do you continue to exploit your body for views, for money, or put your health at risk for money? And she still does it. And she's literally made 3 back-to-back videos of her just eating on camera. So
Yeah, and 5 years later, she's still doing the same thing. Even though we got her to ease up on the eating a little bit, unlike Chantal, I can't believe how many mukbangs she does, especially during Ramadan. I told you guys she would be sleeping during the day. She's already mentioned she's suffering from depression, so she's sleeping all day and then stuffing face all night. Told you guys that's how Ramadan would go for her. But yeah, Amber and Chantal both. But Amber does not stuff her face that much on camera anymore because she probably caught on that she makes less money off of those videos.
this is nuts, dude.
First, it's like, I know it's there. I don't care. So one of the issues I have with the devil card here is it's like putting a match on gas or whatever. It's like making it bigger on purpose.
Right.
It's like a purposeful like spiral.
Yeah, infuriating people on purpose. That is her plan.
Wow.
The 3 of Wands is reversed, the Knight of Cups is reversed, and the 3 of Cups is reversed as well. So
Oh God! Whenever anyone's about to say something to you, and their initial reaction is to sigh, like take a deep breath and sigh, you're like, oh, this isn't gonna be good. This isn't gonna be good at all.
3 of Wands is a card where it's like, I'm gonna push everything off on everyone else.
She always does that.
I can't, dude. This is literally what she does.
Why is she so easily persuaded? This makes no sense to me, especially if this is your job. Emperor's upright, Chariot's upright, and King of Swords. So Emperor is...
This is off topic, but I'm like really fucking with the artwork on his cards. I mean, I think from my understanding with tarot is everyone has their own deck, and the decks are very different, and you can like kind of get your... I don't know. I don't really want to talk too much about it because I don't know that much about it, but I really fucks with the artwork on his tarot cards. I think they're beautiful. They're giving me Sailor Moon vibes.
Like dad. So Emperor is like dad. Emperor is like control. Chariot is like progress. And then we see the King of Swords. So my issue with this specific spread here is... So Emperor... how do I put this? I'm trying to think of a way to word this. I'm trying not to be rude.
Girl, just be rude. Let it out, girl. Let it out.
Yeah.
Specifically because I don't know the situation, so I don't want to offend anyone. Hopefully people understand my intention here is to help and to bring clarity to situations. But this is control, okay? Let's just break it down. This is control. This would be slow and steady progress, and this would be selfish energy, okay? So this is a selfish individual who's trying to control the situation, try and control her, right? And then we see Six of Pentacles.
Control Amber? What? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Which means this has been going on for a very long time.
Yes.
Extremely long time.
6 years.
This is also like contracts.
6 years.
So this would be like, you know, there might be money exchange between them. If not, it's a lot of time spent. The Eight of Cups is like...
I mean, he's pretty much... I mean, I don't know. Now I'm like wondering if like Alex is right when he's talking about Becky. Like maybe Becky isn't so docile and so like harmless as everyone wants to think.
Wait, but what is he what is Michael talking about? 6 years. This was recorded in 2019, 2013. They didn't even know each other. Huh.
Because there is, I mean, I've said this before, like, I don't think Amber Lynn is that smart. I think her brain works like a criminal does. Like, it's just about getting what she wants at all means.
Yeah, and that is just the money to cover her bills and to be able to buy this much food.
That's how she works. But the way Becky reached out to her, how Becky quit her job, I mean, that's all incredibly manipulative, too. That's very controlling, too.
But Amber asked her to quit her job. And Beck said later that she wasn't even ready for a relationship. It was like Amber pushing her into it. And I also remember Amber showing up at Eric's house and Eric mentioning it. And you guys, if you have that clip, please send it to me. I can't find it anymore, and I didn't save it. So when Eric introduced Amber and said that she's living with them for a week, and all of a sudden she just, you know, she just never left and moved in with them. That was weird. I thought she was only there until she could find her own place, which never happened.
Becky isn't as innocent as she likes to portray, or
I think she is,
or as Amber likes to portray her. And we've heard the yelling and stuff in the background and the way that they interact on Eric's channel. So
yelling, I don't know. Beck, to me, it always seemed like when Amber was making snide remarks or outright just humiliating her in front of the camera, you could see on Beck's face that she was hurt by that. And so I have to disagree with Mike right there.
Keeping a little bit of distance, and the Ace of Wands is up, right? So Ace of Wands would be like the birth of something new. So these two are interesting to me because this means that this person has done this to someone else as well. There's a pattern of behavior.
Okay.
And this also goes right back to this card where it's like, I'm trying to turn a new leaf. I'm trying to start over. But it's just cyclical behavior. Four of Swords is like rejection and healing of wounds.
That's a really good word to describe Amber Lynn. Cyclical.
I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to say this. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, this Four of Swords would be like an issue, you know, somebody who's not maybe super healthy in their lifestyle, someone who's not doing well. So if she's gaining weight and I pull a Four of Swords and then I pull a Hierophant reverse and a Star reverse, this is like wanting negative attention and enjoying the negative attention that you get.
Absolutely, 100,000.
Okay, but is Antphrodite now talking about a person around Amber or about Amber herself? Because if he was talking about Amber herself, it would make sense. But I believe that he's still talking about a person in the vicinity of Amber. And that doesn't make any sense to me.
100%.
Someone close to her that's enabling this. It's like someone that's like, yeah.
The only...
Okay, so Beck enabling Amber, yeah.
The way Amber Lynn's existence continues is with the enabling of people around her, i.e. Becky or Eric or Becky's family.
Yeah.
But that's the only way that it continues. It's the only way she's able to maintain and sustain that body is with the help of others. There's no way she can do it by herself.
Yeah.
Get the negative attention. You need the negative attention. You're supposed to have the negative attention. That's what we're here for. I don't understand why you would want to bring negative attention to
because
someone.
it's the only way
That's
she
strange
gets
to me.
the
This
money.
is
It's the only way
weird,
she gets
and
the
I'm
views.
Confused as hell. It's like meal ticket, Queen of Pentacles. Seven
Meal
of Swords,
ticket.
Six of Wands. All ego and pride. No one
Yup.
wants to admit any fault. Seven of Swords. It's
Dude,
like,
that is Amberlynn to it. She will never ever take any kind of responsibility. Even in that update video she didn't address any of the bullshit. She's deflected and said that. See, the thing is the thing with that update video too that really gets me is even after you see the evidence of these people being bad, you still promoted that GoFundMe. And I know a lot of people like are saying that like, you know, this isn't her, she didn't say that, but at the end of the day, if you're on your channel and you're advertising it to 135,000 people, you have to take responsibility and ownership for the people that are involved in that GoFundMe now. And the fact that the sister can come on here and say, I pray that you all get cancer, I hope you get crotch cancer and all that stuff, and then
Yeah, I remember that.
and Amberlynn still is promoting the GoFundMe, she's now responsible. She's now accountable for everything that those nasty motherfuckers say. That's just how it is. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what he's saying too.
want to be victorious in career. Yeah, it's the Five of Pentacles. This would be like it's almost like it's almost like having a manager. It's like, oh, you should be doing this. Oh, you should do that. What the hell?
See, now he's talking about a person next to Amber again. Or is that what he was talking about all along? Because I don't see Beck as a manipulative person at all. And she was never into confrontation. She backed out whenever Amber attacked her until like the very end, the last few months. You could tell that she had just had enough.
That's so weird.
I know you guys are asking about like scamming and stuff, but it's this toxic connection that I'm seeing everywhere. Judgment here would be about other people trying to get in. High Priestess doesn't trust anyone. Magician is reverse, which means that there are faked messages. So Magician reverse is always misdirection. So when I pulled misdirection, it means like someone fakes messages or fakes things to her directly. So I don't think she sees
To Amber directly. So he's talking about somebody in the vicinity of Amber.
things the way we all see things. It seems like there's some
No, that's very evident. I mean, he should do one for fucking Chantel too. Real talk. I feel like a lot of the same cards would be pulled, but that is very much her. She doesn't see her. The way she sees herself is completely different than the way everyone around her sees her. That's very clear. She doesn't see herself as being 600 pounds. She doesn't see herself as like being incredibly toxic online.
Yeah.
She doesn't see herself as like setting really poor examples for obese people, and especially severely morbidly obese people. She
Set example, plus she's ruining the reputation even more of obese people, that they are gluttonous, they are pigs, they do not take care of themselves. You know, that's what she did back then, and she still does the same thing.
does not see that. She doesn't see how eating on camera isn't bad. She actually thinks it's a good thing that she eats on camera.
Yeah.
So that's very true for Amberlynn.
around her that makes things look different than it really is. And to be honest with you, I don't think that this particular individual is a mastermind. She reads to me as someone that is naive enough to believe anything anyone told her. This is the naive card. This would be money or expectations. The King of Cups is a verse in the Sun. This right here is like, I want to make you happy.
Okay.
And I don't get any emotional support from you. I don't get any emotional, anything from you. The only way I get any response is when I do what you say.
That is definitely Beck.
I don't know how that ties into Amberlynn, because I think Amberlynn is incredibly self-serving. I do think that like she was manipulated into doing the GoFundMe. I do think that the way Misty and the mom and that friend went about everything forced her hand at that. So
I don't know about that.
But I don't know how that reading ties into Amberlynn really.
Yeah, dude, this cycle needs to stop. So I am seeing her make a connection with someone who is going to try to infiltrate. So I see a connection with another individual who, I don't know if this has happened yet, but I see someone trying to infiltrate and make a connection with her, Two of Cups reverse, Wheel of Fortune, to try to help her. But for some reason, this other person is like, they're greedy and selfish. They just want money from you. It's not worth it.
I don't know who that could be. I was hoping that maybe he was going to talk about like maybe someone actually getting through to her and helping her actually lose weight, but it sounds to me it's more so he's talking about someone who's trying to benefit more off of her or not
Yeah, and I don't know who that could be.
so much help her. I mean, the only people I can think of would be like Misty and Norma, right? Like those
Yeah.
are Becky's sister and Becky's mom.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think people have reached out to her in the past. I think like when Obese to Beast or like Alan reached out to her, I think that they were doing it more so for her and not for themselves. But she didn't want to listen. So
No.
Who is this person that's able to persuade her out of getting help or getting things on the right track?
that could
That I do not agree with that at all. I think he's got that wrong. I think it's herself.
be Becky. He could be talking about Becky.
No, I doubt that. I mean, he could be, but I doubt that that was the case.
Because I just don't see how. I mean, we watch My 600 Pound Life. We see it all the time. We see the enablers, and they will actively go out of their way to sabotage their loved ones from actually getting healthy and saving their lives. And to me, and I know a lot of people, I've said this before, people see Becky as being innocent, but like, I think that Becky likes Amber being that way because then Becky gets a lot of what she wants out of her. She doesn't have to work. She gets money. She gets to give money for her family. It's easy for her. She got a new car out of it. I mean, there's a lot of things that Becky gets out of Amber staying 600 pounds and continuing this YouTube career.
I see where he was thinking that back in 2019, but Annie Doran has clearly stated that Becky never got much from Amber, and that it wasn't like she was getting a salary or whatever or allowance to substitute her work income, but that she rather had to, beg for everything. And those, cheap T-shirts that she got at Walmart, they only cost a few bucks, like $3 to $7. I saw them, those. And they're cheaply made, and so I don't see Becky getting a whole lot out of that relationship.
So I think he's talking about Becky right here.
I don't understand this. This is literally a toxic individual. It's like someone who literally wants nothing.
Who literally wants nothing?
Fucking... It's literally... Ace of Cups is a verse. It's a bond, a loving bond. Ace of Swords is like...
See, at first I was wondering, like, maybe he's talking about, like, the hater reaction channels, maybe, like, our relationship, but, like, there's no love there, so I don't think that, like, there's no love there. So he has to be talking about someone closer. I mean, from what my understanding, Amber Lynn's pretty much cut off her entire family, her real blood family. They don't really talk anymore.
That is strange. 5 years later, she is basically spending every week with her mommy.
So he's got to be talking about Becky.
Regret, which means that she kind of sort of knows it but doesn't acknowledge it, and the King of Pentacles is reversed, which
that's
this
very
person's
much Becky. Lazy,
and has nothing else.
Yeah,
this has to be someone who has nothing else and is literally using this person to get what they want.
Absolutely.
It's
Becky,
like attaching at the hip. It's almost like a leech.
Parasite.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this scam stuff that you guys are talking about, but I'm not pulling pentacles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reshuffle and specifically ask what's going on with the scam situation that you guys are talking about.
Yeah, no, I think I'm done with this. Half of the time I didn't even know who he was talking about. I thought he was mainly talking about somebody in the vicinity of Amber, and I don't see her as somebody that really does what other people tell her to do, but that she's very stubborn. I wanted to say strong-willed, but that is not it. She's very stubborn when it comes to continuing her gluttony and laziness. And so I'm not with the whole thing, guys. And the video's long enough as it is, and so I'm gonna cut it off here. What he said in the beginning about Amber made a lot of sense, and I loved how Michael was reacting to it. And I would like to end on that thought. I really miss Michael. I hope one day he's gonna be back. But then again, I never heard him explain why he doesn't do reactions anymore, because I'm not on TikTok, on Twitter, or anything else. Only on Instagram, but only to give people means to message me if they don't want to write emails. And so, yeah, I don't know why he stopped, and I hope he's doing all right. And this was fun. So thank you for suggesting it to me, guys. I hope you were happy with the reaction. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.